Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Echale Ganas Talks, a podcast where real life meets real talks. I am Erika, and I am so glad to be here with you guys today, recording another episode. I know it's been some weeks since I last recorded my last episode, but life happens, and I don't know, I had just felt a little bit of a disconnect. I felt like something inside me was happening. I don't really know how to explain it, but I kind of had to figure that out. So I hope moving forward, we are able to continuously record episodes and not have that happen again. But like I said, life happens. We have feelings, things sometimes don't go as planned. Whatever the case may be, I'm so glad to be back here and recording. And like I said, be back in my element. So today I'm going to be talking about something that most of us probably heard growing up. If not growing up, maybe even in a relationship, with friendships, just in life. Growing up hearing the words, "After all I did for you." I don't know if you guys grew up hearing this, but I know I did. And, I don't know if it's something that most Hispanic people tend to say. I think, yes, I think that's true to say. That's fair to say. Like, después de todo lo que hice por ti, ¿así me pagas? O después de todo el sacrificio que hicimos, no me merecía esto. Things along those lines. That stuff doesn't go away. Like, that child hearing that stuff doesn't go away. And you carry that with you into life, and it can really cause some issues with relationships and friendships and things in life. So it's almost like you're using love as a leverage, because that person loves you. Like, you are able to use these type of words to get them, to manipulate them, to get them to feel some type of way. What you're trying to do is making them feel bad for something that they did out of love or because they love you, right? That's something like I don't understand. Us as parents, our kids don't owe us anything. They really don't owe us anything. They didn't ask to come to this world. We didn't ask to come to this world. And our parents are supposed to do things for us because they love us, not because they expect us to repay them in any type of way. And this goes the same for my kids. Like, I do things for my kids out of love, not because I expect them to repay me for everything I've done. I pray and I hope that they grow up to be, good human beings, to be something, whatever it is that they choose that is going to make them happy. But it's not because they owe me or they owe dad anything. It's because they chose that. So hearing, "After all I've done for you," in every argument or in discussion or after like getting in trouble and stuff, it wasn't a way of celebrating love. It was more of a way to win. And that really got me thinking. It really got me thinking because I had seen this video on Instagram a few days ago, and I was really just thinking back and like reflecting on that, And first of all, in the Bible, in 1 Corinthians 13:5, it talks about love. And it says that love keeps no record of wrongs. So telling somebody that all I've done for you is you manipulating the love that you gave or the things that you're doing for them out of love. Also being blamed for the type of mood or the way the atmosphere felt at home. I don't know if this happened to you guys, but like walking into the house and feeling like you're walking on eggshells, or like you did something wrong and now you hear your parent telling you like, "Oh yeah, they're like that because of what you did." Or yeah, they're mad because the school called. Or yeah, they're mad because you broke that thing. Like, they're this way now because of you. If you really think about those things, like that's not right. How do you leave all this in your childhood? How do you leave all this in your childhood to move forward in life as an adult and to deal with your own relationships? Like, there has to be some some effect in the way that you get triggered as an adult. And that's the thing is, a lot of the things and the way people feel, they're not our fault. You know, you become very aware, and growing up into an adult, you realize a lot of things, maybe not right away, years to come, or as you get older and after you have experiences, is like people's behavior don't always reflect their worth, and their behavior does not define yours either. So the way that people behave, it does not define the worth that you are. That means if you get into some type of argument and this person is being really mean to you, you should not be belittled by their behavior, because that doesn't define your worth. That doesn't define where you stand. That is a reflection of their character. But a lot of the times they want to reflect it on us, how it's our fault that they are acting this way, when it's really not. Someone being upset at you doesn't mean that you failed. Someone being distant doesn't mean that you broke something in that relationship. Somebody being unkind to you does not mean that you deserve that. This is the thing, and it comes with thinking about all these things, that in order to heal those wounds, you really have to understand something. You have to understand that you are not responsible for the emotional roller coaster or the emotional feelings that people around you are feeling. Understanding that generosity and people doing things for you is because they want to, because they love you, not because you need to pay them back a certain way. And understanding your value as a person. When somebody is in a bad mood, or somebody's being mean to you, or somebody's treating you less because they're having a crappy day or because they're going through a situation, does not define your value, or does not minimize your value as a person either. Growing up feeling guilty, or growing up feeling like you caused the stress or you caused pain in your household, is something that doesn't go away as an adult. And I feel like you find yourself as an adult apologizing for things that they're not even really your fault. Like sometimes you find yourself apologizing for behavior for other people that really have nothing to do with you. And it's like, you can only control how you behave. You can only control your emotions. You can only control how you react to certain situations. But if people have a really crappy way of dealing with their emotions, or shutting you out, or treating you any less, or even doing this to our kids sometimes, that doesn't reflect them. That reflects us as the person treating others this way. You can give love without keeping score. You can give love freely. You can give it to people because you truly love them, because it se sale del corazón hacer las cosas. And you can give love without losing yourself either, and the person that you are, or being called like the term like you're too nice, or you're this is like, no, it's not about being too nice. It's about the person that I am, and that I'm not going to change the way that I am because somebody else's actions don't reflect the person that I am. And that goes in your family, in your relationships, in your friendships, and even the way you act towards your own children, towards our kids. And I know I have done that too. Like, I'm not sitting here because I'm not a perfect person. Like, I've made so many mistakes, and because of that, I reflect on it now to want to be better, to not want to be that ugly character that I hated seeing as a kid. So today's episode is just a reminder that childhood may have taught us bad habits, may have taught us a different way to cope with our feelings, or a different way to express our feelings. But adulthood gives us an opportunity and a chance to rewrite it. So that doesn't have to continue. It doesn't have to continue. We don't have to pass that on, you know? It's our opportunity to make the difference. But the most important thing is that you make the difference within yourself first, and that you work on the things that you know you need to work on, or at least just always try and be better, because I feel like there is always room for change. All of us, you know, I want to be a better parent. I want to be a better spouse, and with changing and healing the things that need to be addressed, I can accomplish that. Thank you guys for listening. If this episode resonates with you, or if you know somebody that can relate, please share the video. And thank you guys for listening. Until next time, échenle ganas. And don't forget, si yo puedo, tú también puedes.